All right. So, hi, happy Sunday. My name is Kim Kane, and I am a triple diamond with the company. And I'm super excited to hear from our guest tonight because she's like every person on my team's girl crush. Come to find out, I'm like, okay, everybody's obsessed with you. I love that. And I knew they would be because like your before and after is very popular. But they all like knew who you were and they were like, oh my gosh, so hyped. So I cannot wait to hear your story. But you guys, we do these, if you're on my team, we do these every single Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you're hopping on, you're tagging your team, you're telling your newbies. We do this every single Sunday at 9. So it's like a mini training, and it's not usually just me talking. I usually have a guest on like Lara tonight. So I'm really, really excited because we always hear different stories, different backgrounds. They're all different ages. And so, yeah. And then after this is the 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern family call on Mark Pentecost's Facebook page. So I love, love, love Sunday nights because it gets us like just ready to go for the week. I love Sundays because I write down all of my to-dos for the week, get my workout classes scheduled, I'm very intentional with my timing or with my time. So I love Sundays and I love planning the week. So let's hop into it. All right. So Laura, go ahead. Do you say it Laura?
Lara, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have a U, so it has to be Lara. Okay. Yay. Okay, so tell us about you. So your name, how long have you been in, what your rank is, and then tell us your story.
All right, so I'm Lara Floyd. I've been in for almost 3 years. My 3-year anniversary will be May 2nd, so we're coming up close. I'm a double diamond. We're going triple this month. I see so many of my promoting girls on here too, like we're going triple. Oh my God, it's so hard every time I tell my story because I feel like every time you tell it, like you remember a different part from like the last time. So I'll try to keep it like condensed, but like, so my story kind of goes way before I even started this business. I come from a really bad background. I come from foster care, abuse, in and out of friends' houses. I've been on my own since I was 17. I legally emancipated myself. And so when it was time to graduate high school and go to college, I didn't really know what I was doing. I kind of, knew that college was the next step. And so I actually took a semester off so I could work to save up enough money to go. I started college the spring semester of 2015. And then in 2015. Sorry, I'm like playing the timeline in my head. So I go for that semester, I go for the next semester, and in my second semester, so this is the fall semester of 2015 still, I got a call from admissions saying that my loans couldn't go through. There was some missing paperwork or something happened that I didn't know. I don't really know still anymore, but my loans didn't go through. And since I'm on my own, I didn't have a co-signer. I didn't really have anyone that could really help me with loans. And so I really had no other choice but to drop out. And I was living in the dorms over summer during breaks and stuff because I didn't have anywhere else to go. So with leaving school, it was kind of like, okay, like, what the hell am I going to do now? Like, where am I going to go, And so I'm born and raised in Missouri. I don't think I said that. But so I'm from Missouri, and my best friend, whom I met through the internet like 3 years prior to that, she lived in Delaware. And so I just called her to be like, let me cry. Let's help me figure this out, right? So I tell her the situation. I tell her what's going on. I tell her that I don't know where I'm going to live. And she's like, okay, let me call you back. And so she calls me like 30 minutes later and says, okay, I just sent you an email. Here's your ticket. My parents bought you a one-way flight out here. And so I sold all of my things. I packed a suitcase and I flew across the country to go move in with my best friend and her family. I know this seems like not related to the business, but trust me, it is. So I fly across the country. I move in with her. I land 2 jobs. Shortly after, I land an apartment. I think we aren't taught about, bills and being an adult and just everything that comes with being on your own. And so when I got the apartment, I just thought, okay, like I'll be paying rent. I'll probably get some food and stuff. But what I didn't know was there was utilities, there was gas, electricity, your cable and internet, and then also groceries. And then, whatever else is outside of that, outside expenses. And, my credit cards started piling up. At this point, it was 5 or 6 and all maxed out. and I got evicted from my apartment, and it was hard because, I had just gotten it and I was so far behind that I couldn't stay there. And so the same family that I moved in, I'm an hour away at this point. So they own a hotel in the town that I'm in. So I move into their hotel, and I pick up another job. So I'm currently homeless, living in my best friend's family's hotel. And I'm working in the mornings, I'm a nanny. And then in the lunchtime, evening time, I'm a hostess at a sushi bar. And at nighttime, I'm working at an amusement park. And so I did not have a car. And I was literally running across town to get to each job. And it was exhausting. I would wake up in a hotel room at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., go to work, run across town to each 3 jobs, and then get back around like 1 or 2 a.m. and wake up and do it all over again. And, I was pulling 120-hour weeks. And, I just remember feeling like, okay, like this is normal. Like I'm 20 years old. Like people do this all the time. Like I know it. I know that this is normal. Like I'm okay. And so my enroller had followed me in February of 2016, and I loved what she was talking about. Like, and at this point I'm still in the hotel, and I loved watching her travel. I loved watching her go to conference. I loved watching her get her nails done and everything. I loved it, but it wasn't for me. That's not what I wanted. I didn't care about getting my nails done. I didn't care about traveling. Like I didn't want any of that. And so I watched her because I loved what she was posting, but I just watched her. And for 4 months, because I joined in May, for 4 months I watched her. And my breaking point, and everyone has one, you're probably thinking what your breaking point was, but my breaking point was the night before I joined. And on May 1st of 2016, I got home from working all 3 jobs. I literally had been up for like 72 plus hours straight, like naps here and there. I don't call sleeping like sleeping, like they were naps. I slept for like 3 hours, And so I got home, and I was so hungry because I had been working all day, and I went to go like make food. And the only thing that I had was a half a loaf of bread, a jar of mayonnaise, and jar of pickles. And like, I've said it so many times that I try not to cry, but like every time it makes me cry because like I think it clicked with me that it wasn't normal. That like as a 20-year-old, this was not supposed to be life, right? And so I went to bed just thinking like, okay, like this is not normal. I'm done. Like I can't do this. And God works in mysterious ways because the next morning I woke up, and the very first post I saw on my timeline was from my enroller. And that was back when they were like chronological, but the very first post showed up. It was not about nails. It was not about a vacation. It wasn't about any of that. It literally said, life does not happen to you. You make your life happen. And it clicked. And I was like, all right, like, damn, this girl got me. And so I called her and I was like, all right, dude, like, I see what you're doing. Like, I need money bad. I need to change my situation. What do I have to do? And she said, it's $99. And immediately I was just like, oh crap. Like I like checked my bank account, like $4 in my bank account, like definitely do not have 99 and will never have 99 because I'm drowning in student loans. I'm drowning in, at this point I had 11 credit cards, $30,000 in student debt. So I'm $11,000 in credit card debt, $30,000 in student loans. I have no extra money for anything. And, you know, it's just like, okay, well, nice talking to you. And so I was just like, let me figure it out. I'll call you back. And so I hang up, and every time I tell a story, I always think like, she probably thought to herself, this girl's never going to talk to me again. Like she's gone. And so I was pacing around my room, just trying to figure out, you know, how I was going to do this. And I was evicted from my apartment. So I have like furniture and appliances and stuff just sitting in the hotel room. And I have a TV that I have not touched in like 5 months. So I literally carried it across town to the pawn shop, pawned it, and every time I tell the story, it's so crazy because the exact amount that I got was within $1 of what it was to sign up. And so I signed up on May 2nd, 2016. Do you want me to go into like my like full story?
I love hearing people's, when you said,
Okay.
I love when you said, this probably doesn't seem like it pertains to at work. Yes, it does. Your whole story leads up to who you are today.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Okay. So I signed up, I got my first 4 loyal customers in 24 hours. I filled myself to 400, GV in my first 30 days. And you know, I only joined to make an extra $200. all I wanted. And I'm sure you hear it over and over again, like $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, whatever it is. But we joined for a small amount. But seriously, I joined for $200. I needed to make my credit card payment, my student loan payment, and I wanted groceries. Like, I had no intentions of leaving the hotel. I had no intentions of doing anything other than paying my bills, right? And so I started making, my first paycheck was $56. And I was like, dude, like, high rolling, like $56 in my pocket, let's go. And so then it went up to 100, and then it was like 150, and then it was 200. And I was like, dude, I'm good here. And I stopped working hard. And what you come to realize real quick, and if it hasn't happened to you, I promise you it will, like, you have to continuously work to continuously get paid, right? Like, if you worked at Target and didn't show up, you wouldn't get paid. So, like, same thing here, you have to show up, you got to put in the work. And I did not know that. And I learned the hard way, because in October, I was not commission qualified for the one and only time in my entire business. And I woke up on the day that prelims dropped in November, and I was like, well, crap, I now have no money. And that was the month that we went to the Bahamas on the cruise. So I have no money going on a cruise with top leaders who make like five-figure income paychecks. And I went on the cruise, and I was like, who the heck are these people? People were like, oh my God, it's Pam Souter. I was like, who's Pam Souter? Like, who are Steph and Joel? Like, why are people freaking out, And it like clicked with me. And so I came home from the cruise in November, and the last half of November and December were just solid months of building, of growth, just building my team, growing my customer base, getting back into my groove. And so in January, I promoted to executive. February was Ruby, March, Emerald, April, Diamond. So in 5 months of solid work, I went from distributor, not commission qualified, to a very high paid Diamond. And, at that point, my chart just crumbled. Like, it just completely fell apart. My Emerald left, my Rubies left, my executives left. It was literally just me and nobody else. And I sat at Diamond for a year, and it was up until, the $10 deal happened that June. Anyone remember the $10 deal? It's funny because all of my diamonds except for one, are all from the $10 deal. But $10 deal killed me. But so the $10 deal happened. I built my chart up. Everyone was charted like freaking Ambassador 2.0 at that point. But I was charted for triple and presidential. But what people don't tell you is charting, being charted is cool, but being charted doesn't really matter until you go, So I built a brand new triple chart with brand new people, and then it all crumbled again in June. And so at the end of September, when did we go to the beach or the North Carolina? August? Sorry, my boyfriend's in the background.
It's right before we got Finley.
Yeah, at the end of August, because we got her in September. Okay, at the end of August, I called Cassie, who's my upline, and I was like, dude, I'm a hamster in a wheel right now. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know, is it my leadership? Is it that I'm not enrolling enough? Am I not working hard enough? What the heck am I doing? I have a full chart. And for the last 3 months, I've been pushing for double, and I've been 3,000, 4,000, 2,000 away. But then as soon as the 25th hits, it goes all the way back up to 7,000, and then I'll get it down, and then the 25th of the next month, and then it shoots right back up. What the hell am I doing? And she was like, nobody's working. Why are you working with a dead chart? Nobody's working. And so I was like, all right, this is going to scare the crap out of me, but I pulled a Ruby chart out, and let's go. I'm a Diamond pushing for double, but I pulled out a Ruby chart. I pulled up 2 people. I texted every single person on my downline. I was like, are you ready to go? Let's go. 2 people responded out of 400 people on my downline. And those 2 are currently Diamonds on my team. But I pulled them up. They were $400 on a Ruby chart, and I started over. So that was the end of August, beginning of September. We went to conference in February. And then in March, so last March, we went double. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, 7 months of solid growth. We went from an exec chart basically to double Diamond. And that was the most insane 7 months of my life. And now here we are exactly a year later going triple. And the amount of leadership skills that I've gained this year is so insane. Triple's no joke. I see people go triple so fast, but dude, I'm so glad that I took my time to go triple because my team is rock solid. I see so many of you on here, but someone could take a bulldozer and try and run it through my team, and they the bulldozer would like fail because our team is so rock solid. I don't know. I feel like it's okay to take your time. Like watching people go fast, it's awesome. Going fast is cool. Like you can make a lot of money real fast, but here's what I'm saying. It's okay if you go slow. I didn't promote for the first time for 9 months. Okay. I didn't promote to diamond for 11 months. And then 11 months after that went double. And then 12 months after that, I'm going triple. So like, it's okay to take your time. Like don't compare yourself left and right. Like it's your journey.
Yes. Yes. And you know, your story is so cool because it reminded me of, I know this didn't happen for you within the first 5 months, but still it's kind of similar. It took me 5 months to go diamond, and it took you from distributor to diamond 5 months, and we both promoted in April. So it's like, it just, once you start to, and then my whole diamond fell apart. My sister was my emerald. She literally said, deuces, I can't no more, because she thought this was like a lottery ticket. She thought that she was going to get paid over and over and over for not having to do much work. And I'm like, so wouldn't you agree that once you see the long term, once you understand the long term of this business and how it really can affect your paycheck and your family's growth, like it is crazy. Like I knew in my head, I was opposite of my sister. She's my best friend, but I was opposite of her. I was like, you don't get that this is a long-term thing that you have to grow with. I do. So like, I'm willing to stay the course because I know that there is nowhere else in this world that I can make $30,000, $40,000 a month on average with badass girls on my team that want this kind of life too. So would you agree that, exactly, Jenna, yes, it's okay to take your time. I love that you said that because it is so easy to compare yourself, especially when you go to conference and green carpet and you see people like out of the blue just within 4 months went triple, and you're like, whoa, I didn't do that. And you know, I luckily I'm not someone who compares anything to anyone. If I did that, I'd be a basic ass bitch. Okay. And I don't want to be that person. So you can't compare. You can't ever compare. And so, I mean, it took me 2.5 years to go triple diamond. And so, yes. So no, you're not, Jenna. I'm reading the comments. Okay. So wouldn't you agree that this business really is something that you do have to focus on the long term? Would you agree with that?
Oh no, I would definitely agree. And I think people can get caught up in like the bonuses and like, you know, so-and-so, my leader went this fast, or so-and-so did it in this month, or so-and-so signed this many people, or like whatever. But like, it literally doesn't matter because at the end of the day, like the moment that you join this business, your game plan was mapped out.
Yeah.
You don't know when things are going to happen for you, but it was mapped out the day that you join. Mm-hmm. You know, like there's a plan and that plan will be put into action. Don't worry about how long it's going to take you. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. Don't worry about anything. Just know that you will get there as long as you don't quit and you keep going, and you go in it every single day with such tenacity that like people are like, okay, like this girl's serious. Like, all right, let's go. And people are going to run with you. Right. If someone would have looked at me and been like, hey, this girl is going to be on your triple chart. Like this girl's I would be like, who? Like what? Because every single chart has been different. Like the people on my diamond chart, yes, not a single one of them is here. Mm-hmm. On my double chart, 2 of them are still here. Mm-hmm. And on my first triple chart, 3 people are still here. My second triple chart, those same 3 people are here. My third triple chart, those same people are here, but nobody else. I'm on my 4th triple chart. Yep. In a year. Like you have to look at it long term because I think sorry, I'm like getting off track, but also like a big thing that I teach my team is to chase bank, not rank. Mm-hmm. Because as a double diamond, you can still make triple diamond paychecks, or as a diamond, I was making high diamond checks that were like low double checks, but still like I was making double diamond checks as a diamond. Right? Like it doesn't matter where you're at as long as you put in the work. And if you're a diamond, like y'all better have a cab tracker. Like you better be tracking every single person that's on your team and getting those cabs, because that's where your paycheck is going to grow. And if you're not diamond yet, get diamond so you can get cabs. But
Yep. I try to throw that up on my team. I'm like, listen, you just need to go diamond. I promise. Like once you see what portion of your paycheck was cabs, you'll throw up. Like it's insane. So yes, get to diamond. But, oh crap. What was I going to say to you? Hi, ADD. Hold on. Okay. So it's just so funny because I was just talking to my girl, Paige, the other day, and I was like, you know, we all have people quit. Like that's a thing. If we all have people quit. And so I love though that you're enrolling new people every month. Your team's enrolling new people every month. That's what makes your business not only maintain, but grow. Like exactly the people from my diamond chart, not one person. The people from my double and triple, one person. That's Kaylee. She's on here. One person left from that. So when I go presidential, it's going to be it's going to be all new people besides Kaylee, all new people. So, and I love that you said it's okay to take your time. And it's so true. Like chase the bank, not the rank. And I remember one time I was hanging out, one of my ambassador uplines had like a VIP party after conference 2 years ago or something. And Pam Souter and Kay showed up with, I think it was just them, Pam and Kay. And I remember walking up to Kay and she was like, so how about those bonuses? And I literally looked at her and I said, I don't really care about the bonuses. I care about the residual. She was like, I love hearing that. She looked right at Pam and goes, like, you could tell she was telling her what I said. Like they loved, like, you know, because it's so true. The bonuses are cool and everything, but they're just bonuses.
Cherry on top.
It is. It's just a cherry on the top. And that residual is where it becomes life-changing. You know, when I first got my first double diamond paycheck, I was like, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a low double. I was like, it was like 4,000. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like I just changed my life. Like I'm going to be able to do all the things and not live paycheck to paycheck. So seeing that first triple check was insane. So I'm really excited for you to go triple. So what was my other question for you? What was it? Do you remember? Wait, no, I just had it. I literally just had it right here. Oh my gosh, I suck. Okay. Let's talk about something.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come. So someone asked this question and I love this because I've grown as a leader so much in 2018. I grew so much as a leader. I kind of had to. If I can be real with you, I kind of had to. So one of my girls said, when you were growing your leadership skills, like what were you doing? Like what exactly were you doing to become the best leader?
So I think when people talk about leadership, they think about leadership in itself, like what to do to lead your team and blah, blah, blah. But it's not about that. Like being a good leader is being your best self. And it all comes from within, because if you're not good and you're not doing what you need to be doing, you physically cannot be a good leader. And I think we all kind of get into what's called management mode sometimes, but a lot of the time we get into autopilot and nobody really talks about that. And what autopilot is in this business is you kind of just assume that like your people are doing what they're doing, and you assume that they don't need help because they're not talking to you, or, you know, it's assuming and just doing things like on autopilot. You're not having conversations. You're not doing what you need to be doing. You're just kind of going through the motions, right? You're not creating like a culture. You're not creating connections. And that's what's important in this business, is having like a tribe, having that culture, right? And so I think the biggest thing that I had to learn myself was I need to not only do what I expect of my team, but I need to do 10 times that amount. So if I expect my team to be, you know, sending out 200 messages, I'm going to be sending out 500. I'm going to be sending out 1,000. And like, when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. Like, you can ask my leaders on here. Like we all challenge each other to do that. Like that's what I do as a leader. If I expect them to post 10 stories a day, I'm posting 150. Like if I expect someone to enroll 100 BV today, I'm going to enroll 800 BV. I don't care. I will do 10 times what you're doing because I'm the leader. I set the precedent, and I know that if I'm doing the best that I possibly can times 10, that they're going to do their best times 10, and they're either going to match me or fall right behind. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm doing like what I expect of them, then they're going to do less than that, because your team only does 10% of what you do. So if you're doing 10 times what you're doing, they're going to be doing their 100%, right? And I mean, I don't know about you, but I know when I'm on my stuff, like my team is like, oh shit, like I need to get on my stuff, because I'm sending screenshots of my enrollments. I'm sending like conversations. I'm saying like, look how many follow requests I have. Look how many DMs I have. And they're like, oh, well, look at mine. And because it's all like friendly competition, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing, was just being on top of like my tasks and doing what I need to be doing, staying on top of my enrollments, and personal development. Oh my God. I cannot stress personal development enough. And if you're new, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, or at least have a little bit. And if you've been in for less than a year, you have no idea. Guys, personal development is more than just watching a YouTube an hour a day. That should be like a requirement. That's what you need to be doing. But guys, personal development is so much more. It's taking like a hot bath when like you need to like simmer down, you know, and not pushing yourself past your point, right? If you need, you know, to get sleep, even though you're pushing for a promotion, still get like the right amount of sleep for you to be healthy, right? Like taking care of yourself and not burning yourself out. That was a big thing that I had to learn. Obviously, I still push myself to my limits, like for big promotions, but like on the day-to-day, like I'm going to make sure I eat. I'm going to make sure that like I'm sleeping. I'm going to make sure that I'm showering. Obviously, this month is a little different, but I'm still sleeping. I'm still showering when I can, you know? And just like prioritizing. And I think a lot of people will say that your business is 80% your business and 20% your team and other things. But for me, it's 50-50. Like my team is very, very, very important to me. I will always put my business first and I will always do what I need to do. But if my team's blowing on my phone, like if I'm not like super busy, like I'm gonna respond to them. I'm gonna call them and be like, hey, like I'm doing this, but let's talk, let's chat. And really just creating a culture of like acceptance and like friendship. I think that's like the biggest thing. But I hope that answered that question.
Yeah, you did. How old are you again?
23.
Oh my gosh, you're so young to be saying the stuff you're saying. Like so young to already know. Like my sister tonight, I have a lot of guys. I have 6 sisters and 2 brothers, like legitimate sisters and brothers. And one of them is 23. And like, if she could just talk a little bit like you, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're growing. Like you just know too much for a 23-year-old. And I believe that's because you've kind of gone through life the way you went through life. So, I love that. I love that so much. And it's not a coincidence that we hear every single leader come on here and say, they literally always say it like you just said it. They're like, oh my gosh, personal growth. Like if you're not doing it, you know? And so it just,
well, you'll never, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like you'll never make more than you are. Like if your mind is on a distributor level, you're going to be making distributor paychecks.
Yeah.
So you have to consistently add to your like mental bank, right? Or your physical bank will not grow. So like podcasts, YouTube videos, audiobooks, like reading things, taking notes, like actually writing stuff down is so powerful. Yeah. You can listen to a YouTube video while you're like in the background. I do it all the time, but like really take like 5 to 10 minutes to like really like listen to something or have like a conversation with a leader or, you know, like grow yourself. Don't just like go through the motions. Don't be an autopilot. Like kick that thing into freaking manual, into whatever, what's the thing? The stick. You can do the stick. Stick with your mind, you know? He's laughing in the background.
He's like, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like don't just act like you're doing what you need to be doing. Like real leaders grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, don't just say you're doing it or like send like a link and be like, hey, you should watch this, but you don't watch it. I'm guilty. That's why I can say it. Like I've done it before. I'd be like, oh, yeah. This is so good. And I literally just typed like motivational video. I don't know. We all do it, but like really actually like look at your paycheck. Answer yourself this right now, like out loud. Are you happy with your paycheck last month? Every single person, the answer should be no, because you always want more. But like, you know, are you happy with your paycheck? If the answer is yes, readjust your goals. It should never be yes. Mm-hmm. If it's really no, it's because you're not growing. You haven't added to your mental bank. You have to add value. Your value of your check will not go up if the value of your mind doesn't go up, right? So
that is those 2 quotes. Someone needs to, from my team, y'all need to write that down. Yes, y'all need to write that down because my office is being redone. So I'm like at my kitchen table, ghetto, just get like everything around me that you can't see.
You should see what my computer is sitting on right now. It is a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper with my sink full of dishes.
You make it look good. I know. I'm like, at least I have a gray background, whatever. It works. We make it work. So I love those 2 things. So I hope someone, she said, if you do not add to your mental bank, you will not grow your physical bank. And if you don't, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What was the other one? If you
don't add value to your mind, the value of your check won't go up.
Someone write that down. Thank you. Okay. So those are just so good. And it's kind of like, okay, I've been doing this now for 5 years. 5.5. It's coming up on 5.5. And I'm not going to get into my story because this isn't what the Zoom is about, but I was evicted during It Works, right when I started, and I was an atheist and I was negative and I just really wanted money. I really just wanted money. I was like, let's get it. I don't care what I have to do. If I've got to be, if I don't, I didn't really care for people. I just wanted to make money. And I noticed, so I've gone through a lot of growth in 5.5 years, but the biggest growth has been, I used to, when I was going double and triple, even diamond, I remember like I was eating like shit. I was treating myself like crap. I wasn't showering. I wasn't sleeping. And that made it not fun. Like, guys, I promise you, like, it's just like, how many of you raise your hand? Let's get a little interactive. Okay. So if you can undo your video. Thank you, Jenna. It's recorded.
Y'all pretty faces come forward.
I know. I like seeing faces. So
I'm going to start calling people out.
I know.
Casey, you're like Kayla, Taylor,
right.
Mary Ellen, Stephanie.
Yes. Whoa. I love seeing faces because it's like, hi, wake up. Okay. So if you can undo your, unless you're naked, okay, don't. I say that.
Even then it's fine. It's a party,
then it's a party. Yeah. So literally, like, undo your video and raise your hand. How many of you are moms out there? How
just
many
for
of you
moms or no?
Huh?
For moms or just regular human moms?
Either way. I know Kaylee's got 3 dogs, and that's probably like, she's got more going on than me probably, and a new baby. So, okay. How many of you are moms though? Okay. Awesome. So have you noticed that like you lose your shit with your kids if you don't take 5 minutes to yourself to eat a Snickers bar and like just go in a closet and cry or something? Like, you will lose your shit. I have a 3 and 5-year-old. I cuss and I'm not sorry about it. I have a 3. I cuss. So I have a 3 and a 5-year-old, and 3.5 and 5.5. I will lose my actual shit if I don't get out of this house. Like, the reason people see me looking, they're like, man, you're bougie. Like, you're extra. I'm like, I have to be. Like, I have to make myself happy. Just because I'm a mom don't mean I got to let everything go. Like, that's not what that means. So I want you guys to think of it this way. I'm a mom of 2 kids, and I do not feel bad when I buy things for myself, when I go get a pedicure, when I put makeup on, when I'm doing things with my friends. I don't feel bad, because you have to fill your own cup as a mother. That is the same thing with this business. If you are not taking the time out to every morning write in a journal, read the Bible, open up a really great podcast, whatever you got to do. If you're not taking time in the morning to do that, if you're not getting that pedicure once a month and working from your phone at the same time, if you're not getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night, your promotion is not going to be fun, and this business is not going to be fun. You're gonna be like, this is a freaking drag. Like, this isn't even fun. That's because you're not doing it the right way. There's a right and wrong way, and I used to do it all the wrong way. The right way is really delegating your time and telling it where to go. And when I'm with my kids, I'm with my kids. When I'm doing things with my family, that's what I'm doing. When I'm working though, I'm working. So you have to know that if you're like, man, this is draining, it's not as fun. Like, if you've ever thought that, it's because you're simply not taking the time to take the time. And you have to, just like if you're a mom, or just like if you're married and you have a spouse who's like, hi, I'm still here. Like, I exist. You have to give them the time of day. Okay. So I love that she said that, because it changed my business. I don't know if you guys, big time in 2018, y'all, I've been doing this 5.5 years. And I would say in 2018 is really, really when I got very serious about it. I wake up every morning and I give my heart to the Lord first. I don't do anything without doing like my personal growth, which is the Bible. And then if you guys haven't ordered Denise Walsh's book called Dream Life Every Day, I didn't think it'd have that much of an impact in my life. It changed my life. Like, in 30 days, changed my life. And I can't even explain how. So, make that morning just yours, and do your personal growth, you guys. I know that she just touched on it, but do your personal growth. It's important. It's very important. And then I was going to ask you, so I want to see like what a day in the life of Lara looks like, but let me ask you this first. So your before and afters are off the chain. We know that. She sent me like 10 million today, and I was like, they're so good. So you have really great before and afters. And so can you just touch on, I mean, my whole team knows like ADBV auto shipment is a law. Like, you use the products. I've denied people joining my team when they're like, I don't want to use the products. I just want to make I'm like, no, what? you get paid for using the products, and that gives you such a greater amount of excitement, truth, and you have great before and afters if you use the product. So what did you use in those pictures again?
So I use greens and keto coffee religiously. I touched a little bit on Thermophyte and keto creamer, but like mainly greens and keto coffee. I was on keto for the first like 4 months, and then once summer hit, it kind of just like fell down. But I forgot the question.
Just what product? No, that's
that was the question.
What products did you use? Yeah. And how has that made you, like, what is the importance to you of being a product of the product? And even if it's a short answer, just what is your
So I started my weight loss journey last February at last conference, not this past one, but the one before, because that's when keto was like a huge thing, and so many people went on stage and like they showed their before picture, and then they came out and they were so small. And at that point I was at my heaviest ever. I was in Florida wearing jeans and like a long sleeve shirt because I did not feel comfortable. And like, if you're around It Works girls, like It Works girls are beautiful, okay? And like, you're like, all right, I should have brought like a parka. Like, what am I doing here? Like, I work for a health and wellness company and I am not healthy at all. So I felt really insecure, and I was like, okay. And I looked at like my like friend I was there with, and I was like, dude, we're doing this. Like, I'm doing it. And so we got home. Valentine's Day happened, so like I let that one slide. And then I started on the 16th of February last year. Before that, I would consider myself a master enroller. Before that, I was enrolling like 20 loyal customers, which is awesome. But here's the thing. So February comes, I get my 2-week results. I post them, right? And the month that I posted my results, I signed 88 loyal customers. That's not even it. So I continuously get better and better results because I'm losing weight and I'm sharing my journey with everyone. And everyone's like, dude, what are you doing? I want it. Okay, when I was at my smallest, and don't let me like scare you when you're like, okay, well, I don't need to lose weight or a lot. Not everyone, it's fine. But I'm just saying, when I was at my smallest and when I was the most excited in July, I signed 92 customers, guys, because I was so freaking fired up about this business and about the products. No, like, I know our products work, like, but at that point, nobody could tell me shit. Like, anyone comes to me and is like, yeah, I tried them, they didn't work. I send them my before and after, be like, oh, really? Okay. And then they sign up. Like, it literally did not matter. I didn't even have to say words. I would just be like, hey, do you want this? Like, I just lost 20 pounds. Like, are you ready or what? And obviously I don't do that now, but I was just so excited. I had no filter. I did not care. I was just so like pumped up and like ready to go. And, dude, every time I think about it, even still, like, I'm so fired up thinking about our products because they're amazing. And like, people crave like results. They don't care what it is. They don't care how much it is. They literally just care, have you used it and does it work? That's it. And if you have a picture of yourself, you say, yes, I have, and yes, it does. And that's all they need to know. So if you don't have results, like, you are severely missing out on business. Yeah. It doesn't have to be weight loss. Like, if you're already at your goal weight, use collagen, get some skincare going. Like, if you already have good skin, keep maintaining it. Use the wraps, use defining gel. Like, we have so many different products. Even just use like Confianza, Keto Energy, and use your testimony, because there are so many people out there that don't need help with their skin or don't need help with like weight loss, but like, you can talk about, you know, how you struggle with anxiety and you use Confianza. Like, for me, like, I weaned myself completely off Prozac. Like, my best friend who's on here, like, doesn't take any medicine for anxiety and just uses Confianza. Yeah, I see you. I'm looking right at you. But like, there's so many like different things that you can talk about. It's not just weight loss. Also, same best friend has weight gain results on fleek. And so many people like think that It Works as just weight loss, but like, we have weight gain products. We have so many different things for so many different people. You need to get on something and get results like yesterday. Yeah.
Yep. There's literally something for everyone. And when I started, there's something about, like, just like you said, I knew the products worked. I knew that. That's why I said yes. That's why I didn't even try the products before I joined. I just saw results and I'm like, okay, this seems legit. I'm just going to do this. But when I started, and I went diamond in 5 months just from excitement, but when I started seeing my own results, I'm like, no shit. Like, it really works. Like, it really, truly works. And when I started to incorporate, you guys, we get to be like sexy now with our products. Like, that keto coffee, people love seeing you hold your super cute Raydon mug and saying like, bro, I'm burning fat when I drink this. People want, our products are so awesome. And if you don't have your hands on them every month, no wonder you haven't hit goals like you've wanted to. It helps so much. It helps so much. So seeing my own results and being able to like show people how I do the keto coffee or that I'm actually drinking it, they're like, I need to try this. Okay, I see you do it all the time. I need to try it. So I love that. I love that. And your results are so awesome that I just wanted my team to hear what you were using and how it helped your business. So now let's talk about why the hell you signed 90 some customers. That is stupid. That makes me mad. Okay. So that just makes me angry. I think my highest, has been 31, and that is good. Even 2 years ago, I used to sign on average 5 customers, average 4 or 5 customers. So, tell us, like, literally just tell me, what does a day for you look like when you wake up and then before you go to bed? There's a day in the life of you.
So I have what's called a 6 list, and I'll pull it up and read it just so I don't like miss anything. But I do this every single day, but this is a minimum. So when I read this to you, don't be like, okay, this is what Lara does, that's what I'm going to do. No, like I do like 10 times this. This is just like if I'm busy and I don't have time, like, I mean, I have time. Everyone has time. Time is relative. But like if I have other obligations and my time is going elsewhere, like this is what I have to get done no matter what. Like if I'm on my deathbed, 6 list has to be done before I die. So let me pull it up. I have it like memorized, but I want to make sure that I'm reading it. Like, okay. So post on Instagram and Facebook, and 5 to 10 stories is one like task. So like posting in general. So I'll post on my Instagram and then copy and paste it, post it on Facebook. I have no like routine for posting. I literally post whatever I feel like that day. Like I don't save them the night before. I can also send you this so you have it too. Would that be easier?
Whatever you want to do, but still I want to hear it because this is
okay. So so I post. I have no routine for that. And then I do minimum 5 to 10 stories. But since I'm pushing, my team is probably like, they probably think I'm psycho because I have, and I'm not exaggerating when I say these numbers, 150 to 200 slides on my Instagram story a day. like, do you see my team being like, yeah, she does? Because guys, I'm telling you, like, stories are where it's at. Like only 10%, and this is a real statistic, only 10% of your followers are seeing your actual posts on your feed. The majority of people are seeing your stories. Guys, I have thousands of people that see my stories a day, and on my actual feed, I'm only getting like 100 to 200 likes, which is very, very low engagement for where my followers is at, right? And same with Facebook. Like, and you can see who sees it, and you can message them from there, and like you can see who's actually like engaging in your stuff. So stories are where it's at, and stories are where I get most of my customers.
Would you say that you post, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to let you answer it. Do you post videos and photos or just photos?
Both.
Yep.
But like when I'm really pushing, I don't have time. Like I'm just posting screenshot of like testimony, everything. So lately everyone's been into over, and I was real into over. I was spending hours making stories. I was like, yes, girl, like these look fab. Like I'm gonna put my name on it so no one steals it. I'm good. Guys, I love you, but I'm not gonna give you my Instagram. You can follow my Facebook. I'll block you. And so like that's just a thing I do. Like
that's same. Yep.
I had a bad experience with the distributor who followed me 3 years ago. She followed every single one of my followers, and since then I don't trust anybody.
It's a thing. It's a thing. So don't be offended, guys. Like Morgan.
No, like I post everything I post on Instagram on my Facebook. It's just like you can't see my friends list on Facebook.
Yep. It's a thing, y'all. So don't be offended. Like
I just want to protect my business. I love you guys.
Yeah.
But so everyone was into over. I'm still kind of into over. I think pretty stories are really cute, and like, you know, people love them. But like, dude, spammy stories are where it's at. I don't care what anyone tells you. I will get so much BV from a spammy story. You want like how? Like, hang on. Let me show you what I mean by spammy. So like,
no, I said wow. Like that's cool to me. But yes, wow, that's like, cool. Okay.
Let me go through so this will be what an average like story will look like. So like this is my camera roll, but it'll literally just be like before and after, text before and after, nothing cute, like just
Yeah.
still going. And like, I'll put 150 to 200 up. And I can promise you that when I put that many stories up, I'm going to get at least 3 loyal customers from that day.
Wow.
Ask my team, like this month has been insane. Literally just from, I get most of my customers from follow-ups because like follow-ups are my like domain. Like everyone has their things they're really good at and follow-ups are mine. But from stories and follow-ups, I've only signed 29 customers, but from that, I added up the volume today and y'all are going to poop your pants. 4,789 volume just from me.
From how many customers?
29.
Wow. Good job upselling. That's
Thank
where
you.
it's at. That's
I'll go into
amazing.
that too. But
Yes.
most of them are coming from stories or people that are in my phone already that are watching my stories and they saw and they were reminded like, oh crap, like, and it's story after story after story. So they're like, okay, like this is kind of annoying. Oh wow, these are really good before and afters. Okay, like maybe I should text her. All right, now I'm definitely gonna text her. After like 100 clicks, they're like, okay, ready.
That's
I'm
amazing.
I'm kind of seeing questions. I never do polls. I just like, I don't know. I'm all about like IPAs, and for me, like I don't have time for polls, but I know that polls work for other people. So it's not that they don't work. It's just that I don't do them.
Yeah. So, okay. So hold on. Wait, I want to read this question. No, this is just good stuff. So someone said, do you mostly, I know you said you look at your followers that see your stories, but so do they message you or do you message everyone?
They message me for my stories.
Wow.
Like they swipe up.
Okay.
Because I'm posting so many.
Okay. And then your follower count does matter. Absolutely. But how many followers do you have?
So I used to have 6 accounts. I only have 3 now because of the Instagram clean out. It was the worst day of my life.
Oh my God.
But so I have 3 now. One of them, 2 of them are over 8,000 and one of them is at 5,400, I think.
That's amazing. You know, and the way I like to look at it, like that's amazing. I need to get mine up. So like what I love is, so 2 of my very best friends in the business are Katie Bevington and Morgan Martin. Morgan went presidential with like, I think 10,000 followers. That's it. Katie had way less. She had like 8, 7 when she went presidential. Like it blows my mind how much, just how amazing Instagram is. Like it blows my mind. So, answer this question for us. Why do you have more than one account?
So, I originally had the one account that I've had since I was 16. I built it up to 11,000. And I built it up to 8,000 before creating a second account, but I wanted a second account because I kept getting blocked. They're all the same account. I do not have a personal account. I think that is the stupidest thing. I'm sorry, I'm red. Like I have no filter, but like having a personal account is so stupid. Like it's a waste of time. And like the people that are on there are going to be on the other one anyway. So I kept getting blocked. And so I wanted to have like a backup so I could go back and forth and not get blocked. And now it's because I can reach like more markets. So like one of my Instagrams, obviously I can't control it all the time, but one of them is like for a certain region, one of them is for like my sorority, one of them like where I follow from. And so each one is a different market. So instead of, because you get capped out when you follow people, you can only follow 7,500 before Instagram stops you. And so like that way, like when I'm following on multiple accounts, I'm reaching like 3 times the amount that I could reach on one account. Does that make sense?
Yes. That's insane. Okay. So you take Instagram pretty damn serious. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really, really cool. Okay. So she's not, you guys slow pump your brakes. Okay. Lara's not telling you that if you're an Instagram virgin, like don't go out there and make 3 accounts. Like let's just.
Yeah, no. I didn't create my second account until I was at 8,000 followers. And at that point, I was already diamond.
Love that.
So I knew what I was doing.
Yes, exactly.
I already had my groove. So I was already doing, all I did. Okay, let me pull it back. Do not create a second account just because I say that I have more. Only create a second account when you feel that you can do double the work.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same. It is not the same. I do triple the amount of work than I do with just one account. Plus I have Facebook that I work as well. So it's like I'm working 4 accounts. If you fit, like you have to be honest with yourself. Can you handle more than one account?
Yeah.
Right. Yep. And if the answer is yes, and you're ready to take it to the next level and like you're making good progress on one account, then make a second one. My biggest advice for someone who's looking to make another one, create it as a personal account for like the first 1,000 followers you get. That way you can build up followers before people start unfollowing you. Because you're going to lose followers. It's just point blank how it is. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And so if you use it as personal, like I made mine like a coffee account. I only posted pictures of me with mugs, like for like a solid like 7 days. And then I hit 1,500 followers because like it was just me, and I grew followers so fast. And then I maintained that because like, and then I started posting.
Wow. 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 Okay. Yeah. Once you have, yes. Like my jam is Facebook, but I'm getting way more from, I love Instagram now. So like, for instance, like get your Instagram game on fleek. I'm not going to make a second account tomorrow. Like until I got, like she said, way more followers and I actually like have my groove down and know what I'm doing, because I believe in that. Gabby Morales was a presidential diamond leader with It Works, and she had 6 accounts and she told me all about it. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Once you know what you're doing, it's so easy to maintain, because I post the same thing on every single one. I post the same stories. I just like follow different people. I have the same routine. It's just different people. So I'm working in different markets.
It's literally just giving you more people. Yeah. So I love, it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Yeah. So, okay, hold on. I'm going to let you answer these other questions in a minute, but what is number 2? So 6 lists. 1 is that your Instagram and Facebook posts and sharing to your story. And then,
so that's 1. So posting, following up with people I talked to yesterday. So freaking important. Do not wait until Friday. I don't care what day it is. Like, do not wait until Friday. If you talk to someone on Monday and don't talk to them until Friday, do you know how many things can happen between Monday and Friday? Mm-hmm. You're going to be real freaking pissed off if you text them on a Monday and then don't follow up on Friday and they hit you with a "who is this" text, right? They have no idea who you are. You talked 5 days ago. Nobody remembers that, right? Or you're going to be mad if they were like, oh, like I got a flat tire and I had to spend all my money like getting a new tire. Or, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I went to the mall and spent all of my money. You know, like so many things can happen. Like you want to be fresh in their mind. You want them to remember who you are, remember the conversation, and seal the deal. Most of my my loyal customers come from people I follow up with the next day, like when I'm doing follow-ups. And so you don't want people to fall through the cracks. You want to stay fresh in their mind. Very, very, very important. You're following up every single day. So important. If they don't respond to the text that you send them the next day, I will wait until Friday and they'll go into my Friday like follow-ups. But and when I say follow-up, so simple. Not just a, hey girl, it's Lara, like have a couple spots open, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm sending Kim K gif of her in the bushes going like, you know what I'm talking about? You know what gif I'm talking about? That's my favorite freaking gif. I send that. I say, did you get abducted by aliens? That's a good one. They always text back. Like, it's so funny. I like to say, did you get eaten by zombies? Did you get mauled by bears? What's another one? Oh, I like the one of Darla from Finding Nemo where she like taps on the glass. That's a good one.
There's a good one. There's an Ace Ventura one that I send that's like, are you there? Like,
yeah. And he's like,
yes. Yeah. And I had a girl, for instance, today, I had a girl get a hold of me yesterday and she said, yep, I want to add Thermal Fight too. Cool. And I'm like, okay, text me. Here's my number. I'm going to help you place your order. So she never texted me, right? So she commented on my picture from today and she's like, oh, you know, a really nice compliment. And then I just replied in the comment, I said, you never texted me. Like, thank you for the compliment, but you never texted me. And she's like, oh, I'm doing it right now. Like, girl, I'll call you out. Don't play.
Yeah, it's like more genuine. That's what you would say to like a friend. Like, you're not going to text your best friend and be like, hey girl, I know we made plans. Like, I have a slot open for 1 p.m. for lunch today at Salad Works. You want to go? Like, you wouldn't say that. Like, you know, you would be like, dude, like, where are you? I'm starving. Like,
yeah. That's a really great example. Yeah.
So it can be really simple. It doesn't have to be weird. It doesn't have to be awkward. Like, it's just you saying like, hey, you didn't text me back. Like, what's up? You know?
Yep.
So that's the second thing. Super simple. The third thing is to add 600 to 1,000 on Captivate or Cleaner. Do you guys use Captivate? Okay. So you guys know what Captivate is. It's just the app that follows for you. But something that I've implemented in my own life and created a habit of is every single time I open Instagram, I follow 20 people. And so if I open it, like the first picture that pops up, I'll click the likes, I'll follow people and it's not always 20. It's just kind of until I want to stop following. And that way, like, I mean, statistically, you open Instagram 150 times a day. I watched a documentary on it today. Like, you open it so many times a day, and if Captivate's running and you're slowly following throughout the day, like, I gain a lot of freaking followers in 24 hours because I'm doing both. And because my profiles on private. So like when you're on public, and this is a personal preference, like if you're on public and it's working for you, keep doing it. But for me, when someone is on public, I'll go and stalk them and then I'll forget to follow them. Like I do it all the time. And I'll be like, oh wait, what was that girl? Like I forgot, and I can never find her again. Or sometimes like people will stalk you and be like, oh, like I don't want to follow her, blah, blah, blah. But like if you're private, they can't stalk you first, and then they'll stalk you once you accept it, but they forget to unfollow you. And then they start seeing your posts, right? Being private is the tits, like it's the best. So
yes.
Yeah, so good. So add 600 to 1,000, and Captivate will do 720 actions in a 24-hour period. So if you're following 720 people on Captivate plus 20 to 50 people every time you open Instagram, you're getting 10% back what you're putting out. You're getting 100 to 300 follow backs a day.
Wow. Okay.
Like it's so easy too.
Yeah. I love that. The tits.
Yes.
It is. I'm private for that reason. I like to approve my people. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a third thing. And then 1 hour personal development, mandatory. Like that's like minimum. But I'm doing it all day long. I'm doing it when I'm in the car, when I'm like hanging out, like whatever, like it's always on. Update your chart. Obviously, it's your roadmap. If you don't know where you're going, how the hell are you going to get there?
Yeah.
Everyone should know how to update their chart. I don't really have to go through that. But, and then the last thing is, and this is a minimum, okay? Every time I'm on a Zoom and I talk about this, people are like, oh my God, that's so many. But like, dude, this is nothing. Like message 100 new people and 100 unsend resends. Minimum. I do not care. I will not message less than 200 people. That is like my deathbed like sentence, right? I hate when people say that they only message 100 people. And here's a disclaimer, because I'm very red. Like, if you get offended, you're guilty, just so you know, okay? I hate when people say they only message 100 people a day, because, guys, it takes 20 minutes to send 100 messages straight, or 10 to 20 seconds, an hour a day for the rest of the day, right? What the hell are you doing with the rest of your time? You want to know why you're not mass enrolling and signing 5,000 BV in 24 days? You want to know why? Because you're settling for 100 messages a day. Like, you want to know why, like, our team is, like, banging, why, like, Cassie's number 2? You want to know why we're, rising up? It's because we don't settle. We don't settle for 100 messages a day or 200 messages a day. Dude, that's amateur. That's amateur hour. Like, guys, you want to know how to enroll? You message more people. You give the opportunity to more people, right? And when I say, like, do I ever get blocked from following? No, like I'm spreading it out. So sorry, I got distracted by the chat. I'll talk about that in a second. But and when I'm talking about messaging, get creative. It's not just going down your followers list and then getting blocked and then you can't message. It's messaging like 20 new people and then, messaging people you messaged yesterday. Did I catch you at a bad time? Dude, that's the best. Messaging people, did I catch you at a bad time? Because so many people accidentally open Instagram messages. I do it all the time. Or they don't have money and they don't want to tell you, or they forgot to respond, or they just haven't opened it yet. Instagram didn't notify them, whatever. If you message them, did I catch you at a bad time? They're going to message back.
That's a good one.
Because then it's like, no, so sorry, like, blah, blah, their excuse. And then you can handle the excuse. You can handle the objection that they have, but they got to give it first, right? Yeah. So giving them the opportunity to give you the objection. Going through the alphabet on your followers. Do you know about the alphabet?
I mean, I do it on Facebook.
Yeah. On Instagram, if you click your followers, you can go through, instead of just scrolling down the list or scrolling all the way to the bottom, way up, do the alphabet, because you'll find people. Do AA, AB, AC, and then do BA, BB. So that way you're hitting 2, because if you just type in A, literally every single A will pop up. And if you do the first 2, like AA, AB, AC, AD, then you're going to like make the list smaller and you can work your way through it. But I do it about every like 2 or 3 months. Like it takes me about 2 or 3 months to get through every single alphabet on every single account. Wow. But when I do that, I find people that I haven't messaged in 3 months, or find people I'd never messaged before, or find people that I haven't messaged since the beginning. Like people fall through the cracks, and that's a really good way. When I'm really like praying for some BV, when I'm real desperate, like right now, like I scroll to the very bottom of my DMs, who's been in over a year, like scroll back 52 weeks and start messaging people. Like, I don't care if they follow me. I'm going to be like, hey, I know this is a shot in the dark, but we never finished our conversation. Can I still give you more info?
Wow. That's good.
So simple. But I've signed customers this month from that. because they're like, wow, like I wasn't ready then, but like, yeah, I'll hear some info.
Yeah.
Never say, are you interested?
Mm-hmm.
That is my biggest thing that I can stress to you. Never say, are you interested? Because you are giving them the opportunity to say no. Say, can I give you more info, or would you be open-minded to more info?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to say they're not open-minded. And if they do say no, then just move on. But like, that's changed my business so much, saying like, are you open to more info?
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Never saying, are you interested? You know, and follow-ups are so important. That's another big thing, but it's on my list because I do follow-ups like throughout.
I love that. Someone did ask about your follow-up methods. So you follow up every single day, and you kind of just, so do you write? I know you said that you write down. Do you write it down, or do you just go?
I don't write anything down. I'm not a pen and paper person.
Me too.
I use Connect. Like if you're not using Connect, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's in my Connect. So when I message people, I get their number instantly.
Okay.
Some people feel the same way. Some people think that they shouldn't, but like I get their number right away because I know if I have their number and I'm texting them, I'm going to seal the deal. If I'm not going to seal the deal right away, I will seal it within the next year. I promise you. Like I'm still texting people from 3 years ago. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get their number. And because I get their number, it goes into Connect. And all of my potentials are there. So when I open up, let me open it up. And I have, I'm following up, so I can't show you. But they're like, you can make groups. And I group them by the alphabet. So, well, first the PDT folder is all PDTs because I only have like a few hundred of those. So it really doesn't need like multiple folders. But for PLCs, I have like 4,500. From the last 3 years, I've gotten numbers since day one. So like, don't freak out about that number. But I do it by alphabet. So I do PLC A, PLC B, and put them all into folders. And then I'll follow up like that throughout the week. I'll start on Thursday, and it takes me like 2 to 3 days to get through everyone. Sometimes 3 or 4 if I'm really like, chugging along. But
it's worth it. It's so worth it to say, I legitimately do all of this from my phone. Like I did a wrap party last night. Yeah, Camry's on here. Yes, I did a wrap party. Like I built the triple through wrap parties, straight up, period. Like Facebook and wrap parties. And now I don't do them as much. So like at all as much. So driving to the wrap party, it was a 2.5 hour drive. And I'm like, this is so crazy. Like I haven't done this in so long. Like I can actually tell people that I work this from my phone. And that's a blessing when you have 2 kids and you're busy and everyone, you're already on your cell phone anyway. So figure it out how you can make money from it, whether it's doing the things Lara's recommended, or maybe you've been on my Zoom where Katie spoke about Instagram, or Morgan, or other people. It's like, as long as you figure out just a couple of things that work for you and you actually apply that, like I want y'all to take at least 3 things that Lara spoke about. Like I have it all because I've been learning so much about Instagram that I'm like, all of this makes sense and I'm going to start implementing this and I'm excited. But I want you guys to take at least 3 things, from what she's been talking about, whether it's 3 things from that 6 list or 3 specific things about what she does on Instagram. Like I want y'all to take at least 3 things and I want you to start actually applying it. And you'll notice that this business isn't something where you start it and you're the shit at it right away. No, it takes learning. Like I literally went from parties and Facebook to like, okay, I'm going to do like all Instagram and Facebook and I'm going to murder it that way. Like I decided, and I love that we're able to do that. We're able to say, okay, from my iPhone, like I'm going to make 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month. Like you can say that. So it's so much easier for me to, I just heard this on a podcast the other day. Like having a 9-to-5 is hard, and being an entrepreneur, doing it works basically. It's hard. Both of those are hard. But you know what? I love doing this because the hard, it actually has payoff and it makes me feel good and it makes me grow as a person. And I feel amazing even through the hard, even through the struggle, even through the, oh my gosh, like today kind of sucked. I still feel like a boss because I was home with my 2 kids. A paycheck still came through. It just feels good to become a better version of myself every day rather than, okay, the other hard is going to a factory, 60 hours a week that I freaking hated. There was no room for growth. The boss didn't know my name. My paycheck sucked every single month. I wasn't going anywhere, and I just kept getting more negative, more negative, more negative. So pick your hard. You know, what are you willing to learn more about what we do from Instagram and Facebook? Like, if you're new, I'm kind of talking to you, but are you willing to learn, you know, some of the things that she talked about, some of the things you've heard me talk about? I'd much rather put my time into that than something that I know is not going to make, you know, God puts us on this earth for much more awesome things than just kind of getting by. So I would much rather learn the things Lara was talking about, even though it might seem like, oh my gosh, that's big numbers. Okay, well, she's got big goals. She's got big goals. And so maybe you're going for Ruby and you're like, I'm going to message, you know, so and such amount of people a day. Maybe you are going to do follow-ups every other day. Like, make it customized to what your goals are. And I love that, you know, that kind of goes back to when she said, it's okay to take your time, learn what works best for you, and have fun doing it. That's the most important part. So I know that it's 10:13. The family call probably started, but do you have anything that I know. I was going to ask you this. So you're the person, right, that said you cannot, hold on. You cannot, oh shit. What was it? It was so good. My friend told me you said it. Oh my gosh. You cannot be 3 things all at the same time. Wait.
Oh.
Yes. What is it?
You're either lying.
Yeah.
You're either lazy, a liar, or living the dream. You can be lazy. Who did you hear that from? I think I only did one Zoom with that. That's so good.
So my best friend Kenzie's upset. That's why I asked you to be on my Zoom. She told me that you said that, and I'm like, just for that, I want her on my Zoom. So
yeah, I came up with that. Like, I've always pulled from other leaders, but like, I came up with that. Oh my God, I'm so glad you said that. But yeah, so you're either lazy, a liar, or living the dream. So like, are you lazy? Are you, you know, sitting there and not doing anything? You know, are you, you should be messaging, but you're not. Or you should be on a Zoom, but you're not. Like, you should be showing up to events, but you're not. Like, are you lazy? Are you a liar and you're saying that you're doing those things? Or you're posting so it looks like you're doing those things, but you're not. You're not enrolling. Like, eSuite does not lie. We know who's working. Trust me. Like, if you think you're lying, you're really not, because we know eSuite does not lie. So you're either lazy, liar, or living the dream. If you're living the dream, dude, you're doing everything that it takes. You're not lazy. You're not a liar, but you can be a lazy person and a liar, but you cannot be those 2 things and be living the dream. So you have to give those 2 things up to live the dream. Oh my God, that was so good. I forgot about that.
I didn't. I was like, that's the one thing I'm going to have her end with, if that's all she ends with, because it's so good. And even Kenzie was like, she even said she made it up all by herself. I'm like, that's so cool. So yeah, Kenzie's a double diamond. She's my best friend, but it's so good. You can be lazy. Oh, I was like, that is good. You can be lazy. You can be a liar. You can be living the dream. I love that. But if you live in the dream,
I do have one thing I want to end it on.
Yes.
I know you were saying, this is so crazy. And like, I've never shared on a Zoom. I literally only told like Cassie and my best friend Rowan, who's on. But so you said that at the beginning of this business, you were atheist and you like came in like, you know, super selfish and stuff. And I really related to that. I was never like atheist, but I was very agnostic. I used to be really religious growing up. And when everything happened, it just like slowly like, like left me, you know, and it was just like, you know, what kind of God is going to put someone through this type of life, right? And so I've been in this business for 3 years, and up until this month, March of this month, I have not believed in like any type of whatever. Like, I went to conference, I went to green carpet, like I didn't go to worship night, I did not care. Well, I did, not last month. Okay, last month, because conference was last month. We went to worship night, and it completely changed my life. But let me pull this out of the drawer. Like, you guys are gonna freak out. Okay.
Now I'm excited.
I have to like, hang on. I gotta pull this out of my junk. So, I have never really like prayed before. Ever.
Wow.
Since I was like 9 years old. Where is this at? We are like moving, so everything is like.
I saw that.
Yeah, we just got a house. I just spilled the beans.
So exciting. So exciting.
But so hang on.
You're good. You're good. I'm excited for whatever this is.
Oh, here. Oh, I found it. Okay. So I've never really prayed before, and my upline Cassie, she is very, very religious, and so I kind of just asked her because I felt very lost with Triple about, when was this, like 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Like halfway through this month, I just was feeling very lost because my charts, not that they fell apart, but I had to switch what I was doing. My person that I was using for double kind of like stopped working, and I had to decide, okay, like, do I take this path? Do I take this path? What do I do? I have no idea. And I kind of like felt super lost. And so I asked her, I was like, this is going to sound really like childish and like silly, but like, how do you pray?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't know, I had no idea what I was doing. And she was just like talk to him and ask him like for whatever you're looking for. And like, he'll talk back. And I was like, okay, all right, sure. He'll talk back. Okay. And so, that like morning I prayed for the first time in like, dude, I'm 23 now. Since I was like 9, I'm so bad at math. Like 14 years.
Right.
Yeah, like a long time, like very long time. And I wasn't expecting anything of it. I literally just said like, I just need your guidance. I need a sign that I'm headed down the right path, and I need you to lead me where I need to go. That's all. That's all I said. Okay. I'm gonna try not to cry, but so that day, I've been waiting for my package from It Works that I ordered last month with my auto ship for like 6 weeks now. And I've been checking the mail every single day. So I checked the mail, and I had this random like envelope from a church in Oklahoma. Okay. I live in Maryland. Like Oklahoma's way, way away from here. So I have this random envelope. It literally just says like, with God, all things are possible.
Yes.
Okay, so I open this envelope, and I'm like, all right, what? I shouldn't be opening this. It's like not even to me. It literally just says, it said to the resident of my address, and it says, specially delivered for you. Okay, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna open this, and okay, so it says, it comes with like this thing, and it says, a sign from the Lord about your future. Okay, I'm not making this up. Like, this is real.
I know.
And it said, important, only break the sealed prophecy if you're ready to hear from God. So I open it, and it's like this whole thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's very long, but dude, I have to take a second every time I read it. So it says,
insane.
Oh, it's insane. And there's a point to the story, but
no, I'm excited to hear it. Go. Yeah. So
it says, my child, receive in your heart and spirit these words, for time is moving quickly. But this was like a couple weeks ago, so it's the middle of the month. Time is moving very quickly. So time is moving quickly. I have revealed to you that there is a greater purpose in your life than you have yet discovered. It is my purpose that many mysteries be open to you. No mystery can be withheld from the mind that is open to my spirit. Even now you are facing a decision that must be made. My spirit is at work instilling in you a new, greater understanding in the way I am directing you. There are many things which you need to know, but this can only come through your careful, consistent, and persistent communication with me. It is time for you to set new goals in your life. You cannot be happy with life unchanged. The new goals I am helping you establish can remove apathy. You are being set free from the feeling of inadequacy. I forgot to mention, like, I was feeling like I wasn't worthy of triple, like, this entire month, and like, anyway, you are being set free from the feeling of inadequacy, and a new enthusiasm is being created. This may in turn release and regenerate power in your spirit. The power to speak blessings into your own life is in you. You must discover the ways to use this power. As you daily seek me in prayer, understanding of the gifts you will come forth, and the evidence of this will become apparent to those around you. Due to my spirit working in you, greater control of the present and future plans can be at your fingertips. You may feel inner power growing because of your closeness to me. New boldness is being birthed even now. As you're obedient to my instruction, my spirit will create in you awareness of which steps to take and which steps you should not take concerning plans you have made and those you are to make. I will direct your steps, and the path I lead you on can take you away from those who would damage the plans I have for you and take you toward the path that leads me to the fulfillment you seek. My dear child, I have so much joy planned for you. As you remain faithful in your seed sowing into my kingdom, surely you shall be blessed. Be not weary in well-doing, for you shall have your promised reward. I say unto you, meditate on these things I have said, for you shall see them with your own eyes. Galatians 6:9.
Wow.
That's not all. It also came with like a magazine for the church that sent this to me.
Yeah.
And for the last year that I've been pushing for triple, I've been manifesting a new house, a new car, obviously money, going triple, being happy, and like getting healthy. Do you see all of this?
Oh my gosh. What the heck?
And this is the exact car that I've been manifesting for a year. Ask my team. I say it every time. I say, Kia Sorrento. Every time we're out, I cannot make this up. But my point of that story is, like, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like you have no idea what you're doing, just ask. And like, I know, like, I don't want to be super like, because I'm not religious. I'm not super like in your face, but like, dude, there's no way that this makes sense. And like, anything is possible. And, you know, if you just put in the work and you ask and you get the guidance that you need to get to where you're going, you can accomplish it. And I really wanted to share that because that was like so powerful.
Dude, I'm so glad that you did, because it's insane how God speaks to us. It is so crazy. And, you know, my prayer for you is that you continue to pray every day, because, man, he comes through, and it is nuts. I mean, that is bold. That letter you got, there's no reason. Like,
there's no way.
No one else got that. No one else got that. And that's some random shit. I've never gotten an envelope from a church that says, listen, like, I'm going to talk to you.
I wonder if, like, can you see it?
What? Wait. Yeah. Like
literally, like
exactly what you prayed for. Well, and it's like, honestly, like, the girl just commented, Caitlin said, my jaw is permanently dropped to the floor. For the rest of the week. That's how I feel. Like, God is so crazy that I don't, in a good way. I mean that in a good way. But I remember driving home one night when people say, like, how did you find God? I'm like, I don't know. I really can't tell you, but I started a conversation. In my car. It was pitch black. And ever since that day, he has held that conversation, and we have had the best of talks. And the things he makes come to life, you know, it's just, that is powerful. And I pray that you pray every day and speak to him. And like it said, meditate on what that says, because he will, during meditation, like, it's so weird, but during just your being still, he will speak to you. And I don't mean that in a creepy way. I don't mean like you'll literally hear his voice. No, I mean like I mean, some people have.
You'll know. Like,
yes, you'll know. Yes, you'll know, and you'll hear the guidance. And you know, it's been so cool getting to know who God is. And that's not a silly question. I remember going to my first Bible study, and first of all, I've asked that. I've asked, how do you pray? Like, okay, how do you do that? But I've also asked, you know, what is the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit? Why is there 3 of them dudes? Why is there 3 people? Like, I don't get it. So, and they answer quite, you know, I love that. I love my church. But I had a girl do something pretty crazy the other day. Maybe I'll share it with you in Messenger, but she doesn't know me. She doesn't know me at all. I don't even follow her on Facebook. She does not know me. And I have been trying to try out for the worship team, but I've been putting it off because I love to sing. And I've been putting it off. And I haven't even posted about it on Facebook because I don't want people to be like, have you done it yet? Like, shh, be quiet. So I haven't ever told this girl this, and I guess I'm just saying it. But yeah, she messaged me and she was like, hey, I know this is really weird because you don't really know me and we don't talk, and I know this is weird, but hopefully you don't find it weird. She goes, so does your church offer like worship music? Like, do they sing on stage? Because I was listening to worship music and I thought of you because I know you love worship music. But I also heard God tell me that I need to tell you that you need to try out for your worship team and you should probably do that, like get to it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've never told anybody, and I've been putting it off. And so that was his way of saying, I'm going to send a complete stranger to you so that you know this is real. And so it was just, it's crazy how he'll speak to you and you don't even expect it. But that letter in the mail is insane. It's pretty crazy.
It's so crazy. And I think, like, I knew from the beginning of the month that we were a triple diamond team, but I think this just really I can't ignore it. Like, no. I have to now. No. And I got exactly what I asked for. And, you know, I think it's just really important that you guys know that, like, you can ask, like,
ask and you shall receive. That is a real thing. And I also think that the reason that you started to let doubt and fear and stuff creep in is because the devil is also at work, just like God is. So, so even though you didn't really have a relationship with God, it don't matter. Devil's still there too. And so when you're super excited to do something amazing that's going to change your life, the devil will shut you down. He'll do everything in his power to tell you that you can't and that you won't and that you're not worthy. And so I love that God was like, I'm going to actually send you a handwritten letter that says otherwise. So I think that,
and that like, with the devil being at work, guys, let me tell you, at the beginning of this month, I don't remember the exact number. It was like 13 or 14,000 away from triple. I needed a new double because my double wasn't working anymore. I'm moving in a week from today. So like we have to get everything done like this month. What else happened? I feel like so much more has happened. My dogs are devils. Like they are devils themselves. Like so crazy. I have the worst upstairs neighbors. Like it's been the worst month ever, but also the best month because like now we're only a couple thousand from triple. Like all of my girls are promoting. All of my girls are maintaining. Like we're doing the dang thing.
It's crazy.
It's happening regardless of whatever. Because if you have your mindset on something, you're going to achieve it. I don't care how far away you are. It doesn't matter because so many crazy things have been pulled off. When we were maintaining double diamond the month after I went last year, we pulled 6,000 volume in 8 hours.
Woo.
As you want to know how we did that? I don't know.
God.
Like out of nowhere because that was like the worst month of my life and my team, like we were struggling so hard, but we pulled it off because we wanted it so bad. And if you want something and you have the tenacity to go after it and get it, you will do it. And if you don't do it this month, I can promise you that you're going to be a hell of a lot closer next month and you're going to do it. So many things are going to happen as long as you keep going and you do not give up. You treat every single day the rest of this month as if it's the last day of the month with 1 hour to spare. Okay. It is 11 o'clock Central Standard Time on March 31st right now for the rest of the month. Treat like if it was the last hour of the month and you were 100 BV away, you can't place any orders. That's out of the question. You are 100 BV away from going diamond, going double, going triple, whatever you're pushing for, whatever rank you're going for. What would you do?
Everything.
Put it in the chat. What would you do in the last hour of the last month and you were 100 BV away?
Yeah. You'd reach out to everybody.
That is what you need to do every single day, every single hour for the rest of the month. Because if you don't, you will always wonder, what if I pushed harder? You will never, ever regret pushing hard. I can promise you that. If you're saying text and call everyone, you text and call everyone now. Add more people to your list and then text and call them some more. You know, like don't wait until the last 5 days. Do not wait until the last day to push hard. Push hard now. Because I can promise you, you're going to be so close and so close that you can't not do it. Right? So like do what you're saying in the chat right now. It doesn't matter how far away you are from something, you can make it happen as long as you push for it. And I can promise you that because it's happened so many times before.
Heck yes. Procrastination is the worst. It is the devil in disguise, procrastination. Because then you're on that last day of the month and you're like, shit, I could have done this over. I've done it like over and over and over, but I didn't because I wanted to watch Grey's Anatomy and damn it. So just, yes, do the things, you guys. I've been there. I've learned the hard way. So you're fire. And honestly, I could sit here all night, especially because you ended
I was just thinking that.
No, like, especially because you ended it with God, girl. Oh, we could be here all night. But I guess I'll let y'all go. My team's probably like, damn, this is awesome. So
we still have literally everyone on that started.
That is, I was looking, I'm like, dang, we are doing good. It's because your story is incredible. And for being so young, you're inspiring. You're amazing. And I cannot wait to see your triple promotion pop through, girl. Because after that, it's just up.
It's going.
Yep. And you're amazing, for real. For 23, like it blows my mind. You're incredible. So congratulations on moving and being busy and being gorgeous and losing weight and looking flawless and being Instagram queen. Congratulations to your team and all the things you guys do. So
thank you for having us on.
You're welcome. I was so glad. I'm like, she said yes last minute. Yes. Okay. So your message was the cutest and the sweetest. And I cannot wait to get to know you more. I might be in your inbox a little bit, just asking.
Oh, girl, hit me up.
Okay, yep. I'm going to ask you stupid questions for the rest of the month. Like, hey, so give me this tip real quick. Like, wait, last question. What app do you use to make your pictures look so cool?
Facetune 2, not the original. I pay for it. I edit them manually. It's not a filter. I literally, it takes me like 10 minutes to edit a photo. It's the worst.
Still,
but
your Facebook looks so good because of it. I'm like, literally, I haven't seen anybody with that filter. So I'm like, now I'm going to steal it. I'm going to steal it at least every couple of times. So now I'm going to.
I can show you how to do it. It's a hassle.
I don't care. That's what we do. So I'm going to figure it out. So yes, you're going to have to show me, but this was amazing and we're so grateful for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy Sunday, everybody. Make sure to go watch. That's what's great is that they do the family call live now. So like, even if we miss it, we can rewatch it. It's all good. So I love you guys. Thanks for being on. And thank you so much, Lara. We appreciate you.
Of course. Have a good night.
Yes, you too. Bye guys. Happy Sunday. Kill it. Bye.